Hello everybody and welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews Wine. I'm going to do a wine tonight. As you all know, I do tea and coffee, wine, liquor, and beer. I have something for everybody on this channel. And tonight we're going to do Menage a Trois Gold. All right? Watch this magic. Yeah, look at that. All right? Now, what is the gimmick? What is the deal with the Menage a Trois? Well, Menage a Trois, right, send the kids out. Definition is basically a sexual encounter with three people. So they thought they'd get a little risque, name a wine after it, and instead of three people, do either blend of three grapes in most of their wines, or a single grape from three regions, where they get the grapes sourced from three regions. Although I did one that had four grapes. Can't remember which one that is, but I've done several of these Menage a Trois. So if you look at the label, they have the Richard dancers. Now this I paid $7.99. That's very cheap. It was on sale. This is a 2016 rich, indulgent. This is 2015. Extravagance in every sip. Let me see, what is the ABV? Is 14.8%. Now, here's the cork. It was synthetic cork. See if we can get a nice, there it is, look at that. All right, has a name, has the little dancers on. There's a Chardonnay, which is 100% Chardonnay grape. And it, they source it from three regions, okay? They get grapes from three different regions. There you go, there's your Menage a Trois. This is the gold. Now the gold has three grapes, all right? It's Chardonnay 96%, Viognier, which is 3%, and then 1% Verdelho. So it's going to change it a little bit from 100% Chardonnay. The Verdelho and the Viognier. The Viognier is a fruity wine, generally a little on the sweeter side. Of course, it's only 3% in here. The Verdelho is originally from Spain. I think it grows well in Australia. It's all over the place, depending on how it's made and how it's grown as far as the profile. And everybody knows Chardonnay if it's oaked, you get a little oak flavor, butter flavor, apple, citrus, and so on and so forth. So let's get a little bit of this. All right, and the glass. What do we got? See that, Phillies? Yeah, that's right. Basically a nice gold yellow. And this, of course, is from St. Helena in Napa County, California. Let's see what we got on the smell. Can you get some flowers, maybe some honeysuckle? This is a very fragrant flower, but I think you would smell it and say you smell some kind of flower. If you can't pinpoint the flower, just a floral type smell. There's definitely fruit. And see, that could be tricky. It could be green apple. It could be pear. It could be lemon or lime. It could be grapefruit. I could see where somebody, depending on their experience, would smell, maybe not all those, but they might say lemon. Someone else might say green apple. They might describe that fruity flavor, more citrus or not so citrusy, but you'd be in the ballpark on all those because it has a fruity smell to it. It also has a almost a vegetative, whether it be, if you described as cut grass, asparagus, maybe even hay, but some kind of plant smell to it, depending again on your experiences. You'd be correct. in all of those assessments. So you're getting some type of fruit, depending on what you associate this with, and some kind of vegetative smell. I'm going to go for some oak. It's got a nice smell. And I smell like a kiss of wood. Kiss of wood. Just like it's been lightly oaked. Alright, so that's about it. But that's a big gamut. Like I said, I come here with 5 people and we go around the table. Somebody smells pear. Somebody smells lemon. Somebody smells apricot. Somebody smells green apple. All correct. All fruit. Somebody smells kiss of oak. Somebody smells different flowers or just describes as floral. Perfect. Let's give it a so it's a pleasant, not real strong. I stick my nose in there pretty good, but then I get those aromas. Well, went down a long pipe. The wood is stronger on the palate than it is on the nose. I get let's say a strong smell of the wood, but more than I was expecting, more than I smelled. Jumps out at you a little bit. So now we're getting the basic characteristics of Chardonnay. I'm getting that wood. The reason Chardonnay is buttery a lot of times is the way they ferment it. They ferment it twice. And the first time they do, like most wines, and they do a malolactic fermentation. Anyway, they turn like the lactic acid into malolactic acid or vice versa. And that's the same substance that is put on butter like at a movie theater. So there is a science behind the buttery taste of Chardonnay. And it does have a buttery and an oaky. And a vegetative. And I keep wanting to say asparagus as a ballpark thing. But some type of green vegetable. Different aftertaste of either grapefruit, yellow grapefruit, or the rind of a lemon, of a grapefruit, of an orange, where the rind's a little more bitter. It's coming up after you swallow it. Now the fruits on the front. Get a little more in here. Gotta get a little more in. I could see where you would say green apple, which is actually pretty good because the green apple, you get the apple flavor, and then that bitterness I was describing as the grapefruit or the rind could be like a tart green apple. I could see where you would say pineapple, because pineapple can be a little acidic and kind of soury, and yet you get the flavor of the fruit and a little sweetness. So pineapple. Green apple, I could see the vegetative, some type of vegetative. The oak, I'm not getting a lot of butter. I know there's a lot of time with the oak and the second fermentation. I am getting butter, but not strong butter. But then if you had buttered asparagus, that's not a bad taste. So, I think that's it. The green apple, pineapple, vegetative, the oak, the butter. Someone might pick out a floral taste carried over, imagining what flowers would taste like because of the smell of the floral. I could see a underripe pear, not a real juicy sweet pear, but one that's a little harder, a little not quite ripe, but still has that pear flavor. I'm trying to think. Lemon, grapefruit, Not sure if anybody pick out orange. They might. Tangerine, they might. It's got a citrusy flavor to it. If you want to get, you know, it could be some tropical fruit if someone's used to eating tropical fruits like lychees or kiwi or something like that. But anyway, that's it. The gold, not bad. Like to have it with a little seafood. Actually, the mouthfeel on this is it's kind of thick. It's not watery, more like milk. Or it coats your tongue, and the acid, which you feel on the side of the tongue, that's where you feel acid at. Medium. So that would cut through some seafood. I'm not crazy about that kind of that bitter aftertaste. It's just a little too strong for me. Food might take that away. So I'd say this is more food than a sipper. If you add in that I paid $7.99, which I think is dirt cheap for this, that has to raise it up a little because it's not terrible by any means. I will finish, this bottle over the next couple of days. And for $7.99, that's a big deal. It's not like I paid $15 or $22 for it. So you take that all in consideration, and you got a nice bottle here. So it's 3 grapes, and it's called Menage Trois Gold Chardonnay from California. So I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Cheers.